On deck. On deck is exam 80, section 1, question number 11. The issue presented, which one of the following, if true, most strengthens the argument? So I have slash marks at the word errors, at the word then. I see the word clearly. That strongly suggests the conclusion is housed in the final sentence. So I'm going to read it in the order it's presented. But now I know that a very high likelihood that I'm going to read either background information or premises, and then I'll get to the conclusion. A year ago, several regional hospitals attempted to reduce the number of patient injuries resulting from staff errors by implementing a plan to systematically record all such errors. So I'm directed to several regional hospitals a year ago. I'm directed to a plan to record the number of incidents leading to patients' injuries due to staff errors. Next sentence. The incidence of these injuries has substantially decreased at these hospitals since then. Okay? Clearly, the knowledge that their errors were being carefully monitored made the hospital staffs much more meticulous in carrying out their patient care duties, and that's the conclusion. So basically you knew you were being watched, and you were much more, the result of that, being monitored, is you became much more meticulous. Okay, now we want to strengthen that. What are you strengthening? You're strengthening the relationship that I know I'm being watched, I know these things are being recorded, and patient care improves. That's what I'm strengthening. A, before the plan was implemented, the hospitals already had a policy of thoroughly investigating any staff error that causes life-threatening injury to a patient. That doesn't help me a lot. One, it's about life-threatening injuries. And two, it doesn't tell me if that plan worked, it didn't work, or I have no information about it. So that's not really helping me a lot here. B, the incidence of patient injuries at a regional hospital that did not participate in the plan also decreased over the year in question. Well, that doesn't do a whole lot because it's talking about one hospital, but insofar as it does anything, it weakens the argument because it says they didn't have the plan and they saw the injuries go down. C, the plan did not call for the reporting of staff errors that could have caused patient injuries, but did not. Well, that doesn't strengthen it. If you're saying to me that you got off the hook, that yes, what you did was malfeasance, but you lucked out. It just was your day, and the person didn't end up getting injured, but could have gotten injured. That would make this plan far less robust, and the worker would be less concerned about being recorded because now you're saying someone not getting recorded. D, the decrease in the incidence of the injuries did not begin at any hospital until the staff there became aware that the records were being closely analyzed. And the answer is yes, because that actually puts the horse before the cart. What D is saying is, it wasn't like there was a decline that preceded this. The patient injuries were coming down, then you put in this new program and they continued to come down, That wasn't the case. They weren't coming down until this went in place, which makes the connection between the policy and the outcome much more robust. So D for sure strengthens this argument, but we need to read E. Under the plan, the hospital staff members who were found to have made errors that caused injuries to patients only received reprimands for their first errors. No, that's not helping. Because again, they're getting off, right? You're saying, yeah, I'm getting off. So then you're not being held accountable, and you're less likely to be meticulous in your patient care if you know you can escape. So the answer there is D for Drusus.